Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Thompson. I'm one of the executives of the company. I'm actually a bronze executive. I got started with the company actually close to about 2 years ago. And what I want to do today is I want to give you some information that was given to me to actually get your business started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little story about our company. And I received a letter from the CEO. And I want to read it to you because it's kind of profound for me. Because we talk about the beautiful things about digital economy. It is that it exists everywhere. The opportunity accessible to anyone with access to internet anywhere around the world. Never before has there been such massive opportunity at our fingertips. Literally, what the digital economy has done is remove the limitations of time and space, and your business can have customers anywhere in the world. Your business right now. In the digital economy, digital products and services are exchanged instantaneously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This wasn't possible a generation ago. Some of you can understand what I'm talking about. If you want to listen to music, you once had to buy a record. Then it became a tape, and then it became a CD. And now it's online, available to listen anytime and anywhere. Anything can be possible, and anything can be bought and sold from anywhere at home or on the go. Compare the gold rush, and this is what I want you to look at. Compare the gold rush to the digital rush. Because right now, imagine participating in the gold rush of the 1800s without having to physically be there. Imagine the ability to find gold without doing any physical work, digging or panning. That's the opportunity we have today. These are just examples of how the digital economy is changing people's lives. MNO is positioned to be a major part of this movement. The new additions to our, we're going to get ready to have very soon the mobile marketing programs, and is going to fill the gap that we are missing. That's coming up right now. So this letter was sent to me well over almost 2 years ago. And where we at now, you can see the change. And so I'm saying to you is that each and every one of you right now are pioneers. We're in the gold rush of the digital economy. And so let's start picking. I want to announce that in the next, in the next couple of weeks, we're actually going to be going to we called Emporia, Virginia. We're going to be at the Hampton Inns, 898 Wiggins Road, Emporia, Virginia, and you can give me a call at my number 347-546-3941, or you can call 804-243-3541, or get in contact with Pastor Wiggins. And if you want that number, you can give me a call, because we're having something that's so important. Matter of fact, this is going to be actually a tour. We're going to do a Virginia tour, and we're starting in Virginia first, and from Virginia we're going to Richmond, Virginia. And so the 20th of February, we're going to be in Emporia, Virginia at 7 o'clock p.m. And on February 21st at 10 a.m. in the morning, we're going to be at the Comfort Inn Conference Center, Midtown, at 3200 West Broad Street, Richmond, Virginia, and of course the same number. And so we are so excited because this is going to be the launch where most likely we're going to be doing a Southern tour. And I was talking to Mr. Rod Wortham, and I was asking him, are you ready for this? Because this here can launch us not just here in the East Coast, but across the country. And we're so excited to start in South. Matter of fact, this is exciting for me because I'm going back to where my mother and my father was born, and my grandfather and my grandmother was born. And so this right here is exciting, to see where I can go back to where where I was born, and realize that even my great grandfather was an entrepreneur. So this is something important to me, and now to be a digital entrepreneur, it just tells me that God is not just good, He's great. And so I just wanted to let you know that if you have people in the Virginia area, if you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, we want you there. I want to meet you. I want to shake your hand. I want you to meet the people that we have in the organization, the leaders that are coming up, because we have people from across the country are actually going to be at this event. And so with that, this is where it gets even better. We decided to actually have a promotion. And the reason why we have it for 72 hours, because we realize that sometimes people take our opportunity for granted. And so what we're doing is that we're urging you to always continue staying active by letting people know about your opportunity. And being that they know about your opportunity, there's always a way. You know, $239 is not a lot of money to actually have your own business. And if you knew what it costs to actually open up a company like this, it's not in thousands, it's actually in the millions. And so you have the opportunity right now to actually get in your own business. And some of you, of course, did not have that problem. But right now, you have the opportunity to get in your own business for $34.95. And I'm going to tell you something. I was talking to a few people that, when I told them that they had the opportunity to get involved for $34, they jumped on it. And then I told people that, that it costs $239, to get in, and that they have the opportunity to get in for $34. They didn't jump for it. So it's just kind of funny that some people will jump for it and other people won't. And that's okay. So we always say some will, some won't. So what next? But at the same time, it's just that they may not be ready and they really don't understand what they have here. So by Sunday, 12 a.m. midnight, this $34.95 will close. So we're urging each and every one of you to actually take advantage of this phenomenal opportunity for getting people involved for $34.95. I always tell my story, what it cost me to open up my restaurants and my other businesses. It actually cost me well over, with all the businesses I had together, it was over $1 million+. It cost me $500,000 to open up my restaurant. But all the other business that I had, it was a total of over $1.5 million to really get things going. And the sad part about it is that I worked approximately over 17 to almost 18 hours a day. Didn't have the time to see my family, to make the money that I was making. I was making 6-7 figures, but the sad part about it, I never had time to be with my family. And yet here you have an opportunity of actually just working part-time and making a full-time income with 1/10 of the percent to invest in your own business. And this time, instead of you working it by yourself, you have a team of people that's willing to help you build your business. So I want you to take advantage of this team build activity. And so what I want you to do is, the first thing for anyone that's a brand new agent is that we want you to go executive. And the reason why I want you to go executive, because that's going to allow you to get paid on 4 levels of income on your team. And the other thing that it's going to do for you too is that it's going to create something, that to me, and I want this for my team. I don't know about anybody else's team, but for my team, I'm the type of person that I want my team to be the best, to be the fastest growing team, be the strongest growing team, and the team that's committed of helping others. And so the reason why I want you to actually take advantage of becoming an executive, because this is what's going to happen. When you sponsor 3 people in your organization, it makes you now a secret agent, and it makes you an executive. And what that means is that you're going to get a percentage of the company's total, we call a percentage of the M&O product payout. So whatever sales that the company does, you're going to get a percentage of it, right? Every quarter for the rest of your life. So think about this. What must you do in order for you to do that? You must actually qualify in 60 days to actually become an executive. And I'm going to give some of you people that are on this line, if you did not make it in 60 days, I got an extension for your guys. I got an extension for another 30 days for you to take advantage of. That's one. The other thing too is that you must at least have 10 memberships. No, don't worry about what it says mobile app, but 10 memberships, because I got a surprise for you very soon. We're not going to talk about it right now, but some of y'all guys, because you're with me, you're getting a little hint of what's getting ready to happen. But you got to have at least 10 memberships. And you know what? The first 10 memberships should be in your family. So what I did was that I had my daughter, my daughters, right? And I even have a granddaughter that's, over 13. She's a member. My wife is a member. So I got my family as members. And with that, they told their friends and cousins. And now I have well over 500 plus members in my organization, right? And so it grows pretty fast, right? Because to get to the top position, you only really need 60 members, 60 memberships, and of course helping at least 3 people hit the platinum position. Now, what do you earn as a secret agent? Because I know some of you are asking this question right now. What do you earn as a secret agent? I just told you, besides getting a percentage of the company every quarter for the rest of your life, well, the other thing too is that you're going to get preferred seating at all the live events, being a secret agent. Once March hits, you're going to even get a secret agent pin. You're going to get a secret agent badge on your website, which tells you that you are unique and exclusive. You're going to get, of course, you already know that you're going to get a portion of the pool for the lifelong as being an active agent. Active agent means that you have your 3 active agents to continue getting that pool. Now, I know that some of you may be asking yourself, well, Kevin, suppose one of my agents do not qualify. Well, you just won't get that. You won't get that money for that quarter. But the next quarter, as long as you find another agent that qualifies you, you will actually get the next portion. So it doesn't really stop you. It's just that you won't get paid in that quarter if you don't qualify with your 3 agents. Okay. So that's something that's pretty exciting. And remember is that there's only going to be 500 executives or secret agents that are going to split that money into that quarterly pool. So I prefer right now to have at least 50 to 80% of those agents coming out of my organization. I'm pretty proud of that. That's what I want. That's what I think that you would want in your organization, because basically, you know, the more money our team is making, the more people will be attracted to our organization. And I know for a fact that the better trained we are, the most likely our organization will be better trained. So I want to thank you for actually participating in this Friday night training. And this right here, to me, is really the secret sauce of getting your 3 to actually become a secret agent. And really, that's what you are. You're really a secret agent and founder of the company. The next thing I want you to understand is that we want you to go rank. We want you to not just go to executive, but once you hit executive and secret agent, we want you to go to the next step of bronze. What does it take to become a bronze? All it is helping 3 people become executive in your organization. 3 people become executive, makes you a bronze, and 3 bronze will make you a silver. So what I want to do by March is get as many bronze and many silvers in our organization. And so I want you to take advantage of this $34.95, because that will create the momentum of you getting to those positions. And we'll talk more about the money. Okay? Now, how do you basically build a business? I had this question today, because there's a lot of people say, hey, Kevin, listen, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know, because I'm talking to people, but they seem not to be attracted to what I'm saying, or I'm sending out a website or a video and they're not watching the video. So let's start with the basics first. Okay, first of all, you want to have your list of contacts, whether it's friends, family, and coworkers. And I'll be honest with you, I did start with my friends, family, and coworkers. That's what I did. And what I did was I really found out that in order for them to really take a look at your business, is that it's not so much pushing the business on them, but really talk about the product you have. Talk about the membership. Let them see what the membership does. Tell them your story about whether you're saving money on the membership, what the membership did for you. And if you're not doing that, shame on you, because that means that you're not using the membership. Because if you use the membership, then you'll be pretty proud. You'll stand up straight, and they know that you know what you're talking about and you believe in your product. So the purpose is to get a list of people who whether they're your friends, family, and coworkers, right? Give them the marketplace, because these people can be your potential business builders. These are your partners. These are the ones that can help you drive your business. The more you share this free membership and the more you share the M&O product, the more prospects will want to know about earning extra income. I want to say this again, because they always ask me this again, to become the #1 producer of the company, they always ask me, Kevin, what are you doing? All I'm doing is show and tell. Now, with that show and tell, I'm making sure that my agents, my business partners, understand that I'm doing it. We call the 3-way. I'm actually using the phone. I'm allowing the tools to work for me, but I'm allowing the phone to actually help me, that either that leader or your sponsor or your executive or anyone that knows the business, help me talk to my friends, my co-workers, and my family. And the reason why I say that to you, because a lot of times our friends and family and co-workers, they may respect us, but they may not trust our business opinion because we might have been in a few things. So what you have to do is that you have to take it off of you and put it on somebody else. Put it on the expert. And the expert is, whether it's Jeff Finley, Kevin Thompson, Dan Robbins, whether it's Pastor Wiggins, whether it's Bruce Carter, whether it's anybody that's in your organization that can help you build your business, allow them to do that for you. Allow them to talk for you. Whether it's Jimmy, allow anyone that basically have experience, right? And I always tell people, allow the executive or the gentleman that's going towards the bronze, most likely if he's got his 3 or he's got his 12, most likely he knows what he's doing a little bit. And that's really one of the key things. So the membership is the product itself, right? That's the membership. Use the membership, understand the membership, use your product, and I'm going to show you what this membership does. I'm really going to show you, and that's, and you'll hear the excitement in my voice, but I'm saying this to you because a lot of times I found out that people follow fire. People follow excitement and enthusiasm. People can see whether or not you are interested in your business, and so you have to have that kind of positiveness, that's straightforward, and at the same time, you got to be sincere. You really do. You can't be scared. You got to, you got to allow someone else to help you. That's one, because a lot of times I was the same way. When I first got into business, Kevin Thompson knows, I've been in the industry for a long time. I can do this by myself. You cannot do this business by yourself. It's really all about team. It's all about us together, right, helping you build your business, because this is one of the things that really kind of cloud most people that want to get into the industry of this, because a lot of times they're by themselves. But the other thing too is that we're not going to just do all the work and you not do it. It goes both ways. It's that you got to give them the information, with the information, and then you introduce so that we can actually help you find out whether or not they're interested in the membership or they're interested in the opportunity. And I hope that just makes sense. Okay. The next thing is that dealing with right now what's going on is that that we have a $34.95. This blitz is important, because I want to go forward with this first before I even go into the membership. But right now, to understand that for $34.95, you can get into your own business, right? You can help some people get in their own business. And all you have to do right now is this. They have to fill out, we call a free agent enrollment form that's in your back office. All you have to do is actually download it and print it out and fill it out. And when you fill it out, you're filling it out for that brand new agent. But make sure that agent make sure that member actually is on the membership, that they filled out your membership to come on, because that's the only way they can fill out this, we call this free agent enrollment form. So this is important right now, is that your back office, and Mr. Rob Weber did a phenomenal job. And a lot of times, like I said, I do things a little shortcut to a certain point. He says that you go to agent back office, www.backoffice.mynetworkone.me. Well, for me, I go to mynetworkone.com. So we're both right. mynetworkone.com, and then you just click on login, and it'll send you right to your back office. And that's one way you can get in there too. So you got both ways of actually getting to your back office to fill out that form for that agent. And as you see here, here's the free agent enrollment form. So remember, we only got 72 hours to actually do this. So when you're filling out this free agent enrollment form, remember, it's not free because they still got to pay their $34, right? Okay? So, of course, the enrolling agent, which would be yourself, and the agent ID URL, right, which is yours, right? And of course, the new agent marketplace URL will be their marketplace, their login name, and of course they put their first name, last name, their business name, their site. They fill this out. This is not hard. This is proper. And make sure that the name on the credit card is correct. And they just click on where they put Visa, Master, Discover, fill that out, and they'll be able to send it to support@mynetworkone.com. But I will tell all my agents to make sure that you check out the enrollment form first before you send it to the support of MyNetworkOne, because you don't want it to be messed up where now it's jammed that person up where they don't have their back office or anything. So make sure you check it for them first before you send it out, because I think that's always important. I do that with every new person that comes in. Now, before we get into anything else, because I'm going to get ready to go into the marketplace, I'm going to get ready to go into your hub, I want to make sure that, this to me is one of the most important philosophy, is that you got to make a commitment of becoming an executive, ladies and gentlemen. It is actually it's the best thing that can happen to you, because after the 500 executives or secret agent is filled, you will not be able to get that opportunity of getting profit sharing until you reach the top position of the company. That just doesn't make sense if you're able to do that now. That's one. And so plug into the weekly webinars, be involved in the special leadership training, which you're doing right now. So I want to congratulate you. Plug into the business training that we have on Monday. Help 3 of your agents become executive. Let me repeat myself. Help 3 of your agents become executive. So some of you may be saying, well, Kevin, I got my 3, but I'm really not good of helping people as of yet. What do I do? Great question. What you're going to do is that you're going to have your trainer, your upline sponsor. He's going to help you, earn while you learn. So you're learning at the same time your team is learning, and that's okay. That is, to me, is the most important thing, that you plug yourself and your team into the training. And step 4, you can see that you want to make sure that people get what they want. My thing to me is that I always want to make sure that whatever investment you made, I want you to make your money back. And that's another story. See, there's several stories. There's stories about the marketplace. It can be stories about the M&O products. But then it can be stories about you made your money back and now you're earning residual income, because that's part of it too. All right? So, and the next thing is that I want you to have some type of commitment, not just to yourself, but a commitment to the vision of the company, because this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. I tell people this all the time. It's just like I remember opening up my stores and my restaurants, and I remember even had the opportunity of getting into a franchise called McDonald's, the McDonald's franchise, and they said that you got to go to Hamburger University, and you're not going to make a whole bunch of money right now, but these are the investments that you have to do, and it's going to cost you $500,000 before you even touch, before they even build your McDonald's and all that stuff. So I knew from then that this is really almost the same thing, but actually a little less. It's a less investment, but really it's going to be less time, because you're going to put more time in. More time of actually building and learning, and then for next thing you know, that you're going to start seeing more money than putting all the time. You'll have more time to be with your family. You'll have more time to do the things you want to do. So you put the time in now so that later you'll have more money come in time. So that's the great part about this industry. And you want to become, leadership driven, not just talk about leadership, but you want to commit to start with you as a leader. And so I want to say to you, congratulations that you're taking the time out today to actually learn how to build your business. And so that's one of the key things that we want. Allow your sponsor to work with you. And we've talked about that just now. Before I even said, we said allow your sponsor to talk, to work with you, to help you build your executive team. And as a secret agent and founder, our focus is getting the new person to immediate profit and becoming an executive agent. See, once you do that, then, they have the confidence. Like, wow, I made executive, it had never happened to me before. I made executive because these guys here, they're really helping me in building my business. Think about it. 3 people will earn you $240, which means that it costs you $239 to get in, and you earned your $240. Imagine a person that got in for $35.95, and they're earning $240. What profit is that? Is that a story or is that a story? And of course, if they bring in 5 agents, right, and they're earning $80 on each, they earn $400. Is that a story or is that a story? So we want to speed the people through the system to get them into the action now, today, at this moment, rather than weeks from now. Because the longer they're not succeeding, the most likely they will leave the business. It's something about unless they stay plugged in. See, we're here to help them, but a lot of times people want to see results. And so, we got to be result driven, but we're asking them to do the little things in order for them to be successful. And the next step is that you got to become the product of the product. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to be the product of the product. There is no question about it. You got to create your testimonials. And, I was just talking to Jeff Finley, and I was talking to Dan Robbins. Many times I remember Dan, I remember a few of the leaders that's been in my organization from the beginning. We always talked about, you got to be the product of the product, because if you're not the product of the product, what happens is that it seems like you don't have any life. You don't have the life or the attitude to let people know about your opportunity. You don't have the confidence. So you got to become the product of the product. And with that, you got to tell your personal story. Whether you succeeded in becoming an executive, whether you succeeded of saving money with the membership, whether you succeeded of using one of the M&O products, you have to become the product of the product. And I'm sure you heard that and anything that you basically do, even when you go to work, a lot of times, you have the education that they taught you, but then they're showing you the pride of their company and the vision of the company. So, you got to become the product of their product, right? And so that you can either sell or whatever you're doing for that business. So use your marketplace and go to your favorite places. Shop and pick out your dream items. Now, I didn't say buy anything. You can actually go in there and check things out and say, this is my dream item. I'm going to get this item. But you have to practice it. Okay, you get it. Or at the same time, the one thing I love about the marketplace is that we buy regular items anyway. You see, when I go to Walmart or when I go to Kmart or where I go to any of those stores, I can actually order online and then go pick it up. And I'm getting cash back. Now, this is a question to ask you. If you go to these stores, right, knowing that you have this in your marketplace, and then you buy it, you don't get cash back. You don't get nothing. So why would you give them your money knowing that you can go into your marketplace and you can get cash back and go pick it up anyway? It just makes more sense. So what we're having people do is that they need to start using the digital products themselves. They got to create their personal stories and making a new individual set up their success. And that's the only way that's going to happen. We got to hear more stories, because this is what I found now. Facts tell, but stories sell. There's no question about it. Facts tell, but stories sell. And so with that, we're going to need your help. We're going to need those video testimonials. You can actually go right on your phone, a 10 to 15 second, testimonial of what you're saying. For example, my brother called me up, and I always tell the story about my brother. He called me up and he says, Tony, I just bought a brand new computer. He was bragging about it from Best Buy, and it had 500 gigabytes, and he had this and that, and he gave me these extra stuff, and it cost me $1,200. And I said, and I got upset with him, and I told him, I'm so upset with his wife. He said, I gave you a membership, and you didn't use it. I even showed you where you can get this. He said, well, I forgot, and I apologize. He says, but you can't find it better than what I got it for in Best Buy. So I went on to the marketplace, and I found the same Toshiba computer. It was actually cheaper. It was actually about $350, but the newest one was actually $448, right? And I got it from actually Toshiba, the Toshiba company itself. And so what he did was he ended up buying 2. So think about it. I saved him. It cost him $1,200. I saved him, you think about it, I saved him over $600. And so he bought 2 of them. So he's now excited. Now he's telling everybody about the marketplace and sharing, the story about why, he should have listened to me from the get-go. But that's how it goes with family. So that's my story. And I can actually, put that on the video, which I did. So that's one of the things that I need for you to do. That I need your help on that. Now, what I want to do now is this, and this is where it gets pretty interesting. I'm going to go to my hub, and the reason why I want to go to my hub is because this is where each and every one of you have your very own hub. This is where the company says, okay, you have a back office and you got a hub. This is called your message center. So each and every one of you, if you want to go to your hub, all you basically have to do, and I'm just gonna start from the beginning. All you have to do, if you want to, is actually go to, people always tell me, how do you get there? One of the ways to go there is actually MyNetworkOne.com. I'm just going to click here, MyNetworkOne.com. Now, what do you see? You see your corporate, this is your corporate page. You click on login, right? 2 things happen. When you click on your login, it sends you to your back office. It sends you to your back office. Now, in your back office, right, you'll notice that all you have to do, if you want to go to your HUD, you can just click on agent and it'll take you to your hub site. But what I want to do while we're here is that I want to show you where it says free agent enrollment form. So where it says what's new, this is when you want to sign up a brand new agent today, is that the free agent form is right here under what's new. And once you click that, you can actually get that filled out and you can send it to the company or send it to your sponsor so he can help make sure that you have everything correct, especially for the brand new agent. For our executives that have actually been in the industry for a while, you know exactly what to do. But I just want to make sure that our newest executives or our new agents, I want to make sure that it's done correctly so that you don't have any problems. And of course, I wanted to do something that, a few people had asked me some questions about. We're in the back office right now. A lot of times, people always tell me, hey, Kevin, I really don't know what to say to my prospects, my guests, especially my friends, especially my neighbors, is there any other way of speaking to them, even though you may have scripts, because we do have scripts, how to introduce this opportunity. But today was something that was pretty, it was something that I need to tell each and every one of you, because this is another alternative of really getting your information out. A young lady called me today, and I want to say her name. Her name was Khadijah, and Khadijah lives in New York. And I was telling Mr. Jeff Finley, I was telling a few other people, it says, if you want to find one of the most tough states to actually do network marketing, New York is one of them. I think New York to me is one of the most, is really a hard state, because they are so defensive. They think that everything is a scam. I'm telling you, they think everything's a scam, and that all it is a pyramid. Is all. I mean, you get that all the time. And even when I was building my organization in New York, I couldn't just go straight forward and ask them, in a straight direction. I hate to say this, but I couldn't say, hey, you know what, I need you to take a look at this opportunity, or hey, I got something that makes a lot of sense. You know what I had to ask them to do for me? And I want you to write this down. You wouldn't believe it, but it works. It works. This is what I want you to ask your friends. And you wouldn't believe it, but 100% of the time, I have signed people up. If you can ask them, can you do me a huge favor? I want you to write it down. You think I'm joking. I need a huge favor. I need your help. I'm going to repeat myself. I need a huge favor. I need your help. I just got started with a company that's looking to expand across the country. And they're looking for leaders. But before I can actually help expand this company, I have to do 10 practice trainings. Can you help me out? You want me to repeat that? I need a huge favor. Can you help me out? I just got started with a company. They're looking for some serious leaders. And they're looking to expand across the country. I need to do 10 practice presentations in order for me to qualify to become an executive. Can you help me out? And so, you know what they say? They say yes. And the reason why they say yes, because there's no obligation and they helping you out. And so after I ask them, can you help me out? They'll say, well, what is it that I got to do? Because a lot of times when you're asking them, can you help you out, at first they think that you're talking about money. But when you tell them that you have to do 10 practice presentations, right? 10 practice presentations. And all you got to do is actually take a look at 3 videos. There's probably no more than between 3 to 12 minutes, a total of about 12 minutes. Can you do me a favor and do that, right? And a lot of times they'll say yes. Well, after that, I'm going to have, right? I'm going to have one of the trainers, right? Between me and you, we're going to do a conference call, and he's going to ask you a few questions. Now, do me a favor. Don't embarrass me, because you're helping me out, but I want to make sure that you saw the whole video so that when he asks the questions, you know exactly what he's talking about. Can you do that for me? Well, they'll say, okay, I'll do that. Well, tonight, that's exactly what happened. Now, Khadijah Shepherd, she calls me up all excited. She says, Kevin, oh my God, I thought you was joking. I thought that you was, I thought that this would not work. Kevin, I'm the type of person, I'm really direct with somebody, and I directly ask them. But the sad part about it is that when I ask them, they get turned off. But when I asked them to do me a favor, they said yes. And I said, that's exactly why you have to do it that way, because sometimes when you're too direct, you're kind of scaring them. They think that, you know, you're pushy. But when you're asking people to do you a favor, people are willing to help you. They really are. They're more in helping you than you think. So what you got to do is you got to ask for that help. It puts them in that positive and like they're doing you a favor mode, right? But at the same time, they don't realize that we are actually doing what? We're evaluating them. So once that person saw the video, right, and I got on the phone with this gentleman, and I said, and it was actually in California, and so she made a point with me. She said, Mr. Thompson, listen, I have this gentleman in California, and he saw the 3 videos, and he's ready to speak to you with, you know, and of course I had Khadijah on the phone so that she could hear what I'm saying. So the first thing I said to the gentleman, hello, and I want to thank you for participating and taking a look at the videos. And the next thing I said is, well, let me ask you a question. How was Khadijah's, you know, I asked, how was Khadijah's approach? Was it great? Was it fantastic? Did it need work? She says, Kevin, Khadijah's approach was perfect, right? She said she was really great. She was nice to me, and all she did was ask me to do her a favor. I said, great. I said, you know, I want to thank you for actually, you know, taking a look at these 3 videos. And so I said, well, let me ask you a question. What did you like best about the video, right? Now, some people, you could tell whether or not they watched the video. So he just started phoning. He says, I saw something. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Did you watch the video? She says, no, I really wasn't focused. Not really. So then all of a sudden I says, well, you know what? This is what I want you to do. Can you go and watch the videos now? And of course I gave it back to Khadijah and I said, Khadijah, you know, I want you to speak to him. And Khadijah says, oh, you know what? I mean, I don't, you know, I didn't want to be embarrassed. So he actually felt bad because he didn't really watch the video, but he ended up watching the video. And after he ended up watching the video, guess what he did? He signed up for the membership, and now he's interested in joining the company. So our job is really not so much to try to bring people in, you know, right away. Our job is to get them the information. So what I'm doing now for each and every one of you is actually showing you how to get the information without being so forward or boastful, because anybody will actually help you if you ask them to do you a favor. Usually when you ask them to do you a favor, what happens is that they're thinking at first money. But once you tell them that you're actually helping them get promoted in the business, because that's the truth. The truth is that, you know, you're looking to become an executive. So you need their help to take a look at it, and they may be the ones that help you get towards that position. So does that make sense? Of course it does. Now, the other thing I want to show you is that when that person does look at the video, I want to show you something. I want you to see this. When a person watches your video, you can tell whether or not they're going to watch the video. So all you have to do is go into where it says Contact, Quick View, right? At the time, Khadijah's computer wasn't working properly, even though she sent the information to him on Facebook. And that's the thing. She sent this person the information on Facebook, right? So, for example, Linda Adams. So now Linda Adams, just act like Linda Adams is Khadijah's friend. It says select the category, right, if I want to, and it says video tracking. So I can just click on video tracking, and I can find out whether or not that person watched all 3 videos. It'll give you the time and everything. So I can almost, Khadijah could have just went in her back office, looked to see if this gentleman watched all 3 videos before she even get me on. But she was so excited about how the person said yes, and the person said they was ready to speak to me, but she didn't see whether or not he watched the video. But once he spoke to me and realized that I was asking the questions that basically he should have the answer to, he even felt bad for her because he didn't want to mess her up. Okay? So that's one of the ways that you can actually get people to take a look at your opportunity, the ones that may give you a hard time. Your friends, your family, and your coworkers, all you got to do is ask them those famous questions. I need a huge favor. I just got started in a company called MyNetworkOne. They're looking to expand in whether it's in the East Coast, West Coast, area, and I'm looking to help them expand. And I want to get to the position of executive, executive and above. Can you help me out? Right now, all I need you to do is basically take a look at 3 videos or a video, right? And then my trainer is going to actually ask you a few questions on my approach and how, and basically how the company can help build in that area. And guess what? Because of that, people said yes. And that was one of the ways that I was able to build my business through asking people to do me a favor. It's amazing. So that's just one of the approaches that you can use, ladies and gentlemen. It really is, and it really works. I found that out because being in New York City, being born and raised in New York City, people was always, very defensive. There was always the type of people that, it's not that they didn't care, but because they were scammed so much that they put their defense up. But when you ask them to do you a favor, that you need help, their defense comes down. And out in that defense, then that's when you can basically ask them to do something for you, and nothing came out their pocket. Only thing that's coming out there, anything that's coming out there is their time. And so they'll take the time to actually take a look at the opportunity. So this is one of the ways that I built my organization and built my team, by asking people to actually do me a favor using the contacts, right? Quick view, right? Because they're signing up. Remember, the process is that they're going to take a look at the opportunity capture page. So let me show you what the capture page looks like. because I know you're going to ask me, what are they looking at? Well, see right here where it says opportunity capture page, your capture page, all you want them to do is put in their name, their last name, their email address, and their phone number. And once they do that, and of course they get into Access Now, and what it's going to do is going to show them the other videos. As long as they watch 2 videos, I'm excited, because from there I can ask those questions. You can ask those questions about what did they like best about what they saw. And we're going to get in more into that. But what I wanted to do is that I wanted to just give you, an example how you can build your business in that way. And so this is where your back office comes in, right? And you wanted to find out about anybody that's actually taking a look at your business by asking them to do you a favor. You can just go into your back office, go and do a quick review and find out what videos they watched. No company has what we have. This is one of the most unique technologies in the industry, that you can find out how long they watch it, when they watch it, and guess what? You're not even going to do the work. You know what you're going to do? Because you're the one that introduced, all you got to do is introduce that person to actually whether it's your sponsor, your business partner, that's what you can do. Now, I'm going to give y'all guys the opportunity, a few of y'all guys the opportunity to work with me, that we can do 3 ways, and so you can actually see exactly what I'm going to do, because it's really simple. Now, I'm going to say this to you again. You can write this down. I need a huge favor. I just got started with a company called MyNetworkOne that's looking to expand across the country. Matter of fact, in your area, right? I have to do 10 practice presentations. I need your help. See, because I really need you to practice on you. Can you help me out? And so they're going to say yes. And so what do I got to do? The first thing you got to do is that you got to go and take a look at least 2 or 3 of the videos. Fill your name, your number, and your email address, and they'll tell me whether or not you do it. And you can tell them that too. After you're finished, I'm going to have my trainer. I'm going to see if I can make an appointment for the trainer, so he'll know that I did one of the trainings. You could be the first practice training, or you can be the last practice training. It depends on the urgency. And so the beautiful part about it is that now you'll be able to hear the 3 ways on how we relate to that person, because all I'm going to do, or anybody's going to do, is say, hi, my name is Jeff Finley. Hi, my name is Dan Robbins. Hi, my name is Pastor Wiggins. You know what? I want to thank you for participating in this practice training. And the first thing I'm going to ask you is that, what did you like best? Now, I'm going to tell you something. They're going to tell you what they like best, and then they're going to tell you whether or not, and one of the things I do ask is that, what do you like best? Do you like the membership? Do you like the opportunity? Do you like the savings? Or do you like making money? Right? That's some of the things that you can ask. All I want you to do is I want you to think about what I'm saying, because that's really the basics of your business. But the difference this time is that you're not pushing people. You're asking people to basically help you out and taking a look at the company. But they don't realize that we're evaluating them ourselves. We're really evaluating them to decide whether or not they can be our partners in our business. So it is an evaluation. But the difference is that we know how people work. In their mind is that they're the ones that got to run the show. They're the ones that got to be that think they know all and tell all. So what we're doing now is that we're asking them to do us a favor, and then from there, when they concentrate on watching the videos, they have a better concentration because they're actually doing it for you. They really are. And with that, they know this time is that make sure you watch it, because Mr. Thompson, Mr. Finley, Mr. Dan Robbins, the leaders are going to ask. They're going to ask these questions. I want to make sure that you look at it. I don't want to be embarrassed, and and I really appreciate what you're doing. And you'll be surprised of what people will do for you just because you asked them to do you a favor. And now they feel that they don't have to take any money out of their pocket. they don't feel as much obligated as far as them thinking that we're pushing them into the business. All we're doing now is informing them about this opportunity. So what I want to do now is that I wanted to go to the hub, but I think right now is that what we have here, I think it's more than enough. What I want to do too is that I want to have something for next week. I'm gonna concentrate on showing you how the we call the hub works, your central information works. But I want you to concentrate right now on this blitz. We got until Sunday to build a business, and so you have Kevin Thompson. I am here. I'm here from tonight until Sunday morning, right? Until Sunday morning, you can use me to actually help you build your business. So with that, I want to thank you. And what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to open up the call right now to see if you have any questions. Let me open the call up. Let me just open the call up and see if you have any questions. Can y'all guys hear me? Any questions? Going once? Any questions going twice? Any questions going once, going twice? I know that I just unmuted everybody. I try to unmute everybody. Any questions going once, going twice, going 3 times?
Oh, well.
Oh, well. All right. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to thank each and every one of you for being on the line. I hope that you got something out of this training tonight, and I will share with you next Friday. I'll go all the way through with the hub and some of the back office. Thank you so much for being online, and God bless you. And Sunday is the deadline for this $34.95. Okay. Bye bye.